What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and this is the UFC 253 weigh-in recap, predictions, and betting odds. Let's get into the first fight of the night. Danilo Marquez takes on Khadis Ibragimov. Fight here in the light heavyweight division. Both these fighters come in at 206 pounds, both look in good shape and ready for a tough fight here. This is the debut for Danilo Marquez. I mean, if you look, not a significant height difference. I thought that Danilo Marquez would be much taller. He is listed at 6'6". Don't know if that is maybe inaccurate or not, or if maybe Khadis is wearing shoes or something like that. But I do have the same result. I have second round knockout or TKO for Khadis Ibragimov here. Too many unknowns about Danilo Marquez, and we know that Khadis can win fights even though he struggled inside of the UFC. But quickly, let me pull up the betting odds for you guys here. All right, so looking at the odds, Danilo Marquez and Khadis Ibragimov right here at the bottom. Looking at it, plus 153 underdog is Danilo Marquez to the minus 164 favorite in Khadis Ibragimov. I agree with the odds. I think that we see Khadis Ibragimov get the win here. And if you guys are looking to place a bet on this one, best place to put it on Danilo Marquez is going to be Sportsbet. And for Khadis Ibragimov, it is Bet365. But all right, let's get back to the actual weigh-ins. Now, next fight of the night, Juan Espino takes on Jeff Hughes. Fight here in the heavyweight division. Neither one of these guys are, winning any physique competitions anytime soon. But two tough heavyweights. Juan Espino, very good grappler. Jeff Hughes, tough striker with some pop in his hands. Trains alongside Stipe Miocic. I think Juan Espino does get it done. Submission round one. Juan Espino comes in at 255 versus Jeff Hughes, who comes in at 258. So both pretty heavy guys in the heavyweight division at the end of the heavyweight limit. I do think that this is going to be a good showcase for Juan Espino, who has not fought in a fairly long time now, about 2 years. Let's quickly check out the odds here. Okay, so Jeff Hughes sitting at a plus 257 underdog. Juan Espino at a minus 293 favorite. That's over at Sportsbet. If you're looking to bet on either one of those guys, those are the best website for that. Should be a fun fight, and I definitely see Espino getting done if you're looking to put some money down on him. Now, next fight of the night, Aleksa Camur. He comes in at 206 pounds. He takes on William Knight, who comes in at 205. Both these guys in good shape, but William Knight is a specimen, thick, jacked, and he has a ton of power too. Now, the matchup here, Knight much shorter than Aleksa Camur. I think he still gets the knockout win. I predicted anytime before round number 3. I think I originally said first round. I could definitely see a first round. I also could see anytime. I don't see Knight winning a decision, though. I see Knight definitely getting the stoppage here. I think Aleksa Camur will have good moments. He's a solid fighter, but William Knight will get it done and get himself a UFC knockout victory. Let's get the betting odds up real quick. So Aleksa Camur sitting at a minus 155 favorite. That's over on Bet Online if you're looking to put some money down on him. If you're looking to make some money on William Knight, Bet365 has him at a plus 150 underdog. Not super widespread odds, but pretty decent odds for William Knight here as the underdog. And I do think he definitely gets it done. But next fight of the night, Ludovit Klein, who misses weight, comes in at 150, takes on Shane Young. Not a good look missing weight as he did, but it is what it is. Maybe he wasn't having the proper nutrition with the restrictions with the coronavirus and whatnot. Maybe he struggled with the weight cut. Maybe there wasn't the essential supplies he needed in the hotel room or whatnot. I'm not going to totally discredit him off a weight miss because he does look in very good shape. I predict that we still see Ludovit Klein get the win. He did miss weight. He's going to be the bigger guy in there. I said second round stoppage. I'm sticking with that. I think he has more power. Both these guys solid strikers, but Ludovit Klein with the power advantage here. Now, quickly, let's pull up the odds here for this fight. Okay, Ludovit Klein. He's sitting at a minus 115 favorite on SportsInt. If you're looking to put money on Shane Young, he's a plus 108 dog on a few sites. BetDSI. Over on Bet Online as well as Pinnacle. Honestly, I think the odds has switched because I think originally earlier in the week, Ludovit Klein was actually the underdog. But a lot of people looked at some footage of this guy and they realized he's a savage. He's on a knockout streak, and I think he gets the knockout win here. All right, next fight of the night, Jake Matthews takes on Diego Sanchez. Matthews looking pretty thick there. He weighed in at 170 pounds. Diego Sanchez, 170 as well. It's going to be fun. This is an intriguing matchup. Diego Sanchez hasn't looked great as of late. Jake Matthews is a tough fighter. Not one of the best in the world, but a guy that definitely can scrap and has good skills everywhere. I think that he beats Diego Sanchez by unanimous decision. Let's see what the betting odds have in store. I know Diego Sanchez was a massive underdog earlier in the week. Diego Sanchez is still a huge underdog. He's sitting at a plus 559 dog on Sportsbet. If you're looking to make the most amount of money on Diego, if you're looking to put money down on Jake Matthews, he's a minus 600 on SportsInt, but that's just setting you up for losing money in the long term because those odds are way too widespread to put money on Jake Matthews. I think Diego has a little more of a chance than a minus 600 or a plus 500, whatever it was exactly for himself. I think he should have had a little bit closer odds, but I guess they feel strongly that Jake Matthews gets the win here. Now, next fight of the night, Aleksa Silva looking in very good shape. He weighs in at 156. He takes on Brad Riddell, who comes in at 156 pounds. Also, both on weight in this lightweight division clash. Both look fit, both look in shape. I think Riddell knocks him out. He's got very good striking. I think second round knockout or TKO over Aleksa Silva here is the result that we'll see. Let's check out the odds as well. Looking at them, Aleksa Silva, he's a pretty big underdog, plus 289. That's over on Sportsbet if you're looking to put money on him. If you're looking to put money down on Brad Riddell, head over to Pinnacle. He's a minus 302 favorite. Still, very widespread odds. Aleksa Silva definitely does have a chance there. So if you do want to risk that much, that's purely up to you. But I will say there is a chance that Silva could win it. But still, riding with Riddell, I do think he stops him in 2 rounds. He is the superior striker, and I do think he fends off the Silva's grappling attack. But now, let's get to the main card. Hakeem Dawodu takes on Zubaira Tukhugov. Fight here in the featherweight division. Unfortunately, Zubaira misses weight. He came in heavy. He weighed in at 150. He may have to move up to lightweight for his next fight or really get his weight cut down. It's not a good look to miss weight by this much. He could have came in at 46, so that's 4 pounds over the 146-pound contracted weight limit. Dawodu, though, comes in at 145 looking chiseled. I think it's a competitive fight, and I said this in the prediction videos earlier in the week. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be back and forth, but I think Zubaira Tukhugov does still win this fight, even with the weight miss, maybe even especially with the weight miss. I think he wins a unanimous decision over Hakeem Dawodu here. Let's check out the odds and see what they have. Dawodu is an underdog, plus 127 on 5 dimes is the best place to put money on him. Now, if you're looking to put money on Zubaira Tukhugov, who is the favorite, who I do think gets it done, he's a minus 130 favorite on SportsInt. Could be a fighter to bet on. I do think he does win it, but the weight miss, not a good look at all. But could bring the odds of him winning a fight higher because if you miss weight, you are going to have the advantage. He is going to be the bigger guy when he gets in there versus Hakeem Dawodu. Now, next fight of the night, exciting women's matchup, Sijara Eubanks and Ketlen Vieira. Vieira was a very hot prospect, was honestly a contender. She did get knocked out by Irene Aldana, but looks to bounce back here against the very tough Sijara Eubanks. I wouldn't sleep on Eubanks here. She looks in shape. She came in at 136. Vieira came in at 136 as well. I will say Vieira looks like a straight savage killer, intense. Both these girls are ready to scrap. I'm so excited for this matchup, to be honest with you guys. I'm excited to see the return of Ketlen Vieira. She's been out for a little while now. I think Vieira wins by unanimous decision, but I do think Sijara Eubanks puts up a fight. She's not a walkover. She's no slouch. She's a girl that's been in the UFC for a while now and definitely has some solid skills, even though her record being 6-4 is not the prettiest. She does have a lot of skills. But let's check out the betting odds. For this fight, Sijara Eubanks is an underdog, not huge, a plus 165. That's over at Pinnacle. Now, for the favorite, minus 181 over at Sportsbet for Ketlen Vieira. If you guys are looking to put some money down on either one of them, check out those websites for the best odds. Now, let's get to the next fight of the night. Very exciting matchup. Flyweight division matchup. I love the flyweight division. I think it's an underrated division, and I think we have an awesome scrap here. Kai Kara-France versus Brandon Royval. That's Royval there. He came in at 126. Looks in very good shape. Looks lean and thin as always. Kai Kara-France, good shape as well at 126. It's going to be a fun fight. It really is. There is the height difference and the reach difference that Royval will have, and I do believe Royval has a chance to get the upset win here. Now, I'm still picking Kai Kara-France by decision. I do think the striking differential is significant enough for Kai Kara-France to still get the victory, but there is definitely a chance Brandon Royval could catch Kai Kara-France in a submission on the ground. Kai Kara-France needs to use the striking. Now, let's get to the odds and let's see what the odds makers have. Brandon Royval, a plus 200 underdog. That's on Bet365. Kai Kara-France, a minus 215 favorite on 5 dimes. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not opposed to a bet on Royval, even though I did pick against him, because there's definitely a chance. That's a pick'ems fight. It's very close, and the odds are more widespread than I feel they should be. But still picking Kai. I do still think he wins a decision, but throughout the whole fight, there's going to be a threat of the submission if they get this fight to the mat, and I think Royval should definitely attempt to do so. Now let's move to the co-main event of the evening. We will crown a new light heavyweight champion. First, besides John Jones or Cormier in a very long time. You see, Jan Blachowicz there comes in at 205 pounds. He looks ready. He looks good as he always does. His opponent, Dominick Reyes, looks like Reyes always does. Good, in shape, ready to fight. There is going to be a slight height difference, not much. I actually do believe that the reach advantage is actually in Blachowicz's favor, but with all that being said, the speed will be too much for him. I think that Dominick Reyes stops him inside of 3 rounds and captures the light heavyweight belt, which, in my opinion, I think he could have been given against John Jones that decision, but you know, you have to really beat the champ to beat the champ, I guess, as they say, even though the 10-point must system should disagree with that. I will give it to Dominick Reyes. I do think he gets it done and becomes the world champ. But Jan Blachowicz always has the one-punch knockout power ability. He's definitely been showing a lot of power in his punches in his past few fights. Dominick Reyes, though, pretty big favorite. Minus 245 over on 5 dimes. Jan Blachowicz plus 225 underdog on 5 dimes. Also on Bet365. If you are feeling an underdog pick, Blachowicz has a puncher's chance. Maybe head over to 5 dimes or Bet365. But I am confident with a Dominick Reyes win in 3 rounds here. Now, moving on to the main event of the evening. I cannot wait for this matchup. I really enjoyed doing a prediction and breakdown for that fight. I love talking about it, and I still love talking about it now. I cannot wait to see it happen. Paulo Costa looking insane as always. Fantastic shape. Ready to fight. Comes in at 185 pounds. His opponent, Israel Adesanya, comes in at 184. Let's see if we can find Izzy there. He's got the camera around his neck here. He did he shaved his head. He didn't keep the blonde hair for this fight. Didn't know if he would or would not. He looks ready to go. He's always in shape. He's a thin, lanky guy with excellent kickboxing skills. This is going to be an absolute barn burner. You can see they almost got into it there at the weigh-ins. Costa had his black belt on. He hands Adesanya a white belt, and then Adesanya looked to whip it at him or almost throw it at him. And it mostly just hit Dana White as they got into an exchange and looked ready to, maybe get ready to fight a little bit earlier than what was originally expected. But I think we're in store for an absolutely fantastic fight. In my prediction and breakdown video, I gave you guys both ways the fighters could win. But I do think that Paulo Costa does win this fight. I have him by 2nd round knockout or TKO here. And I won't be surprised maybe if with the belt being worn, maybe we're going to see a bit of grappling here from Paulo Costa and really throw off the game of Israel Adesanya. I don't know if it's going to happen. I can't confirm. I haven't heard anything that he's really going to do this, but there is a chance that we could potentially see Paulo Costa try to grapple with Israel Adesanya there. And honestly, if he's able to successfully land some takedowns, his striking attack will be even more of a threat to Adesanya with the takedown threat as well. I do think that we see a big overhand land and probably hurt Adesanya fairly bad here in this matchup. He does tend to lean back in a way with the shots, so he better keep that hand glued to his face. I do think he has the technical skills to outpoint Costa for 5 rounds, but I think the pressure is just going to be too much here. But looking at the betting odds, Adesanya is still a pretty solid favorite, minus 175 to Paulo Costa at a plus 165. If you're looking to put money down on Costa, check out 5 dimes. They have him at that plus 165, which is the best odds you can get. For his opponent, Israel Adesanya, the world champion, minus 175 favorite over on 5 dimes, Bet365 and Sports Int. Gonna be an absolutely awesome card. I cannot wait to see this fight. These guys have had beef for a very long time now, and I cannot wait to see it get squashed inside of the octagon. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, turn on those post notifications. I got tons of videos always coming out. I appreciate you all so much. Also, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I will see you all in the next video.